Hey guys, what's up? It's Dave. I'm going to go over some of my trades that I exited last week and then also some trades that I am in. Firstly, I'm going to start off with Tesla. However, I'll start off by saying that my trade process, this is me trying to be more aware, what I failed to do, this is RSP, this is equally weighted 500, is look at the market last week. You can see that on Monday, it was coming up to the 20 EMA. I was kind of like, well, maybe it'll break this downtrend line. And it just continued to sell off. I was already in positions. I was trying to enter new positions. This is not necessarily the market, especially the equally weighted market that I should probably be trying to enter new longs in. Now, if I was to, if I were to be trading the SPY, like maybe initiating into like Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia, Tesla, all of the heavier weighted names into the overall market, maybe initiating some new positions into those would have been fine. But I did not do that, especially for this Tesla, VST, CVNA, SQ. I think those were following probably the more of the RSP look here. So just being more aware of of what I did myself. This is not something I need to be doing. Is entering long trades against a downtrending market. So I will leave it at that. Firstly, Tesla. This one was nice. If you focus right here, Tesla had an 11.13 R gain on this, but I literally only had 3 shares. I think I made like 90 bucks on it. But hey, it was a decent trade. Actually, it wasn't that good of a trade. Here's why. Let me hide this first. I already have Tesla pulled up. I want you to see all the stats that TradeIdeas offers here. So days cover, short float, all that good stuff. As you can see, it was just consolidating here. It loves this red 5 SMA at the moment, and it was holding that. So what I did is I entered on this day, the 2nd of December, and I set my stop loss. I already went over how I entered, so I set my stop loss at the low of that day. I actually didn't set it. I didn't put my order in. I forgot to. That was a theme of last week. I forgot to put in a lot of orders last week, and it kind of wrecked me, especially on CVNA. And so what happened is I entered here, stop loss was 351, it ran the stop, it got all the way down to 348, consolidated, and then continued on up. By the time that I noticed that I was still in, I was like, oh, well, you know what? I'm justifying why I did what I did. It was unable to still fill this gap fully. And it was coming up to that 5 SMA, this red line here. I had some anchored VWAPs here. And so I just held. The whole theme of the trade was that this is breaking out. It's consolidating near these highs. The shorter term MAs are still pointing up. And so because this was such a small trade of my account, it was like maybe not even 0.5%. I don't even know if it was 0.25% of my account. I held. And so what I did, I got a decent move in here. I exited with this kind of gap, and it sold all the way off, and I exited around like 383, something like that, 375. So I exited around here on the sell-off, and then of course, I missed this entire move. But last week I was not confident in the market of what it was doing last week, so I took my profits, took my gains. You would never know if this continued on higher. This continued on lower, I'd be like, oh, good thing I took my profits. I'm so smart. No, that's not how this works. I had a plan. I semi-executed it. Not the proudest of that one. So that's Tesla. That's what I did. VST. This is why you put your stop losses in. VST, I entered. Entry number 1 was 159.65. It was this downtrend. My stop loss was 152. So I liked this area here. It was holding this area, even in like the 153.50. So I even gave it a little bit of room to run. It was holding the 10 EMA there, 10 EMA, 10 EMA, 10 EMA, and then all of a sudden, we got this nice liquidation on that day, and I got tagged out at 150. 152.90. So I just simply followed the plan there. I lied. I got tagged out at 147.89. So that's not ideal. I probably forgot to put in my stop again. And see, I should know these things. What happened? Was at the end? This was Monday. There's no reason why I should have not got tagged out here. What did I get out at? 147.89. What day? 12/9. Yeah, that's Monday. I got tagged out down here somewhere. So I don't know what happened. Maybe there was, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I kept my stop loss there. Either way, it closed underneath the 20. I exited. And so, I followed the plan here. I don't think I got the best execution on my stop loss there. I don't know if it was my fault or it was an actual, just, I don't know, it just got blown by. I honestly don't know. Either way, CVNA, I messed up on this one. Another one that I did not put my stop loss in. I was looking at this 65-minute chart. So if I go to the daily, oh, hang on. Let me show you what the VST stuff was real quick, and then I'll show you what. So VST, you can see short float, days to cover, nothing crazy, right? But it was a decent look overall. Now it's kind of, I don't know if this is like a bear flagging here. It's underneath all the shorter term MAs. The 5 SMA is still pointing downwards. It's close to so if you're a 50 SMA buyer, this could be a potential area. It's coming up against this prior resistance. So maybe this becomes support here, but as long as the shorter term MAs are pointing downwards, I'm not interested in it. Next was CVNA. Here we go. This has been an absolute tear. Like, look at this. This is insane. So it's been a strong name. The trend is up. What I liked about it is it gapped up. It, you know what? I'm going to go back to my chart here. So gapped up on earnings. Okay. Uptrending. It pulled back. Okay. Then it had a nice little run. It took over all of these losses here. Pulled back to the 10 EMA and then was respecting the 10 EMA that entire time. Had a nice little shakeout here. Got bought up. Okay, and it just chops respecting the 10 EMA. I was looking at this downtrend line on the 65 here, and I saw that it broke that downtrend line. Okay, it broke that. I treated this as the retest, and it was holding here, and then some point in here I entered. I was at work. I was with a patient, so and I set my stop loss here. And obviously, the next day, it did exactly what I did not want it to do, is just get smashed down. I never actually put my stop loss order in. And, then it just it chopped sideways around. Then I justified, okay, well, you know what? It's at the 20 EMA. I'm already in now. Might as well hold it, see what goes on. I set my stop loss down by the low of that day. The next day, it gapped up. I had an opportunity to get out at my 1R. But I was at work. I just simply did not do it. And then it just sold off for the rest of the day. I ended up exiting at 246.39. So 246.39. Yeah, that was this guy right there. So that's my Carvana trade. Now it looks like it might, after undercutting the 20 EMA, it's back up over it. It's over the 10 EMA, or it's coming up against it. It's got a nice little push kind of flag. Now it's retesting the VWAP from this low. This is anchored on the 65, by the way. So it's respecting that. Most of the time I find that when a stock bottoms in the short term, or whatever time frame that you're looking at, if you anchor a VWAP to that bottom candle, whatever time frame you're on, price typically will pull back. It'll either tap it, move up, or consolidate and push off away from it. So it's like, I don't know if algos have a algorithm that is like, hey, buy the anchor VWAP off at this prior dip low or something like that. I don't know. Either way, you're looking at these. So that trade, I lost like 2R on this dude. I haven't done that yet. 2.13R. I haven't done that in a while. So I'm not too happy about that. I didn't manage that one well at all. Square, I entered, I didn't mark my Thursday. I'm pretty sure I entered Square on Thursday. Let me look here. SQ, I got out on the 13th, entered square, yeah, Thursday. And then I exited on Friday. I got in at 95. What's Thursday here? Right here, Thursday, 95 bucks. So I got in around here somewhere. Is at the tag of the 10 EMA. I liked that it was respecting the 10 EMA. It's that simple. This is, if you look at the daily, this is an uptrending stock. Okay, it tagged at 20 here, broke out of this consolidation, pulled back, undercut all this, big move up, flag to the 10 EMA, time corrected, price pulled back to the 10 EMA, held at the 10 EMA. So this was just another 10 EMA play. And so it broke out on Wednesday the 11th, and I exited on, or entered on at 95. So I was trying to play a retest, so a breakout and a retest of this downtrend line, and it obviously did not work out. I had a real tight stop loss in. It was $2. It was, this should have been a type stop loss play because this is a pullback to the 10 EMA. On the shorter time frame, it's a downtrend line. I'm looking for an entry, so it breaks that downtrend line over the past couple of days. So I was looking. It was supposed to be a tight stop loss. Now it just exited, and I ended up it was I think it was a 1 hour loss, 1.16 hour loss or so. So those are the trades that I exited last week. Last week was not the best week for me. I think I lost 4% overall of my portfolio, my swing portfolio. So I gave back quite a bit last week. I'm not too super happy about it. TTD, I am in this already. I entered this on Wednesday at this little white dot here. I was kind of looking for a consolidation and a break of this downtrend line. However, the 5 SMA is pointing downwards. It's pinching in between the 10 and the 20. So this is kind of a breakout with a retest setup. So we'll see if it holds this. My stop loss is indeed 130, so I gave this area some room to work. But if it closes underneath the 20 EMA here, I'm out for sure. MSTR, I did enter this on right there on Wednesday at that little circle there. On the 65, it was consolidating against this acre VWAP from the high here. That should be blue, not white. And so it tested it. 1, 2, broke it, failed. 3. So this is the 4th time. I was like, yeah, this might be the time. It held at the 20 EMA here, held at the 20 EMA there, held at the 20 EMA here. If I go on the daily, MSTR likes the 20 EMA, or at least gets close to it. So 20 EMA, it's close. So it's holding and undercutting, tagging it, tapping it. And now it's just kind of looking like it's creating some higher lows here. This 445-ish level still has some has to prove itself a little bit. Let's see that around there. So we'll see. But I am in this from 404. I believe I entered at somewhere around there. 404. My stop loss. So this was a nice push. This is a big move on the daily, and I'm pretty sure it was with volume also. Yeah, so undercut the 20. Next day had nice follow through on volume. I entered on that day and put my stop loss underneath the low of that day. So ideally, this price should not give back that entire move. If it does, then it's pretty bearish, and there's too much supply overhead. It did not undercut that. Came pretty darn close. I would say by $1.11. So I mean, that's just lucky that I didn't get tagged out. But now we have another inside day, Friday and Thursday. So this is being added to the queues. So this might run in that news. Either way, I'm ready to hold. I'm gonna keep my stop loss where it's at. Hopefully this guy keeps running for me. I'm still in TTD, and then SE. This continues to get nice and tight for me. I've had a couple of ads on here. Another ad that I didn't. It wasn't a good initial entry here. at 115. I was looking for that 115 level break. I entered here. I was kind of looking for it to kind of round up and continue on. Hit supply, obviously, averaged down a little bit because it was still over the 10 EMA. Came back, pulled that, undercut these lows, closed up above. And so my average is 114.57. I am in the green on it at the moment. And now it's creating higher lows. And it's still kind of fighting against this supply area here, this 118.50-ish, 119.50 to 17.50-ish range. So that $2 range, if it can continue to pump up through there, ideally that would be nice. And then also I am in XRP still. I entered over here. I'm still holding. It's just chopping, consolidating. I have my stop loss below here, like, I don't know, maybe 222 or something like that. I entered somewhere around 232 or I don't know. I haven't looked at my XRP positioning in a little bit. I just know my stop loss is below here, and I'm waiting for trying to be patient for that move up here as it holds the 10 EMA there, 20 EMA tag. So looking at it, I'll go back. I'll show you real quick. SE, I am still for close to 4.5 days of cover, 3.3% short float. MSTR, again, I am still in. This is just consolidating, letting the 20 and 10 EMA kind of get close. Ideally, this moves. Ideally, all of them move. And then what else did I say I'm in? SE, MSTR, and then TTD. I'll give you guys the stats on that. You can look over here. Short float, how many insiders, float overall, stock composite rating. These are all the things that I like to look at here. Days of cover 2.6, so nothing too crazy, just a nice little retest play. Now it's at the 20 EMA, so we shall see if it holds. Yeah, that's how I'm managing. Ideally, we get a nice little Santa Claus rally at the end of the year, and we all make some money. All right, guys, thanks for your time. Later. Stay safe.